Hello, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. I'm glad that you guys can come on in. But man, it's so much stuff we have to talk about, honestly. And earlier today, I saw so many people say, "Happy birthday, Malcolm." And it didn't even dawn to me that today, it's Malcolm's Jamal Warner's birthday. He would have turned 55 years old. And I thought to myself, I said, man, last month he was here. July the 18th, Malcolm was alive. Certain people were saying that he knew that his time was coming because he did a podcast and they said the last message, it felt like a goodbye. But I don't know. And if he knew his time was coming, then it just makes me more confused, you guys. And then, they're saying 28 days, from his death date, which was July the 20th, to now, that's 28 days. And I don't know about you guys, but 28 days, those numbers, they add up, they mean something. So I want to look into that, the meaning of the numbers and the meaning of everything, because we are dealing with spiritual warfare. And also, it just keeps on playing in my head. His mother said his job was complete. And that really messed with me. But then I looked at it and they said that the number 9 is completion. And I have some numbers here, and I don't know. I want to share with you guys these numbers because they're freaking me out. They're saying that he was on his number 9, which mean is the finished completion, and 5 5 1 5 50. He would have been turning 55 next month, and they said 5 plus 5 equals 10, but then 1 plus 0 equals 1, and then that's like the recycle. They were saying that he was going to his season of I guess a lot of great things was going to happen. He was going to go in his season of grace, and he was going into his Leo season, and they were saying they got him in the Cancer season. I don't know what a lot of this means, but when I start to look at it, it was just like it started to add up. It started to make sense, some of it. So I wanted to share with you all. Hey Jerome, how's it going? Hey Lisa, can you guys hear me good? If you guys can hear me good, please press that too, so I know that you guys are here with me. I also ran across a video, and they were talking about he has, I guess, this storage, and the storage is full of secrets that has just been unlocked. And I looked at the video, but I didn't see anything about no storage. But I start to think like a lot of times these headlines, they're giving you signs and you have to look deeper into it. And he had a lot of secrets that he wanted to expose, but I fear old Hollywood and possibly his mother and possibly his wife did not want him to expose it, because when you expose those type of dark things with Hollywood people, you know, his wife is going to get exposed. She's going to be more in the public when he has to go to these courts, or they just want to know who he is. I mean, he is putting a target on his back. Anytime you go out here and you start running your mouth about what happened in the past, you have to admit you are putting a target on your back. And a lot of people are going to have eyes on you. And I don't know what that wife has done, but trust me, that wife, honey, she has done something very shady. She is so secretive. She's more secretive than me. And I didn't think anybody would be more secretive than me, you know? So I'm glad that you guys can hear me. 7 is completion, not 9. Okay, well, I'm telling you this, and I'm going to read what I have here because from my notes, I'm looking here. It says in the new numerology The numerology, they said the numbers don't lie. I don't know too much about this, you guys, okay? But it says 28, that's the 28 days into his birthday. They said 2 plus 8 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. They said the number 1 is new beginnings, okay? But it also means isolation. They cut him off right before the rebirth moment of his birthday. Now, when I read that, oh my God, my heart dropped. They cut him off right before the rebirth of his birthday. That's deep right there when you're talking about spirits. And his mom did say that he transitioned in the water. She said, I birthed him in the water and he died in the water. And they were saying that waters is something like a portal. And then with the sticks, I know you guys heard about the wife put out sticks where Malcolm was taken out, like in that area, in that water area. And they are saying that the reason why she did that, I guess she has a different practice or different beliefs, but those sticks is supposed to bind you or something like that. It was something kind of freaky. And everybody saw those sticks. They was just like freaked out. But we saw the sticks where he allegedly died when they were supposed to allegedly give him the CPR for 45 minutes. That was the area that they put the sticks in. And they said the wife did it. I don't see any pictures of the wife, but I see the pictures of the sticks. And the sticks, I don't know anything about it because I guess I'm ignorant to that type of practice, but it looks kind of, I'm going to save my words for that. Okay. So also, 55th birthday, 5 plus 5 equals 10. Um, I guess 1 plus 0, because that's the 10, that equals 1. Again, the number 1. That's not random. That's a reset number, like the elites whipping him out to reset their narrative. Okay. He was 54 when he died. 5 plus 4 equals 9. Okay, that's where the 9 is coming from. Okay, 5 plus 4 equals 9. The number 9 is the number of completion. From here, it says biblical and spirituality, it represents the eye of a cycle, the end of the cycle. They ended his cycle before he hit the reset of 1. Okay. So that is what I'm reading. That's what they're saying, which is it's very intense. Okay. Um all right. So what do you guys think about all that? Comment, let me know. So this is the video that I came across that I wanted you guys to look at. Here it is. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me know. Let me bring this up here. All right.
Jamal Warner, best known and beloved for his groundbreaking role.
On July 20th, 2025, all of Hollywood was stunned by the news that Malcolm-Jamal Warner, the eldest son Theo Huxtable from The Cosby Show, had suddenly passed away in a drowning accident in Costa Rica. But the shock didn't end there. Right after the funeral, a private archive that Warner had kept for many years was opened. And what was inside left everyone frozen mementos from his glory days. Never-before-seen family photos, handwritten letters filled with heartfelt words, along with clues to a life entirely different from the one under the spotlight. Video, because the most shocking part is waiting for you at the very end. From a Jersey City boy to America's eldest son, the archive that has just been opened does not only contain warm family photographs and stage memorabilia, but also preserves the very first pieces of an extraordinary journey. The childhood and origins of Malcolm-Jamal Warner. To understand why he became a television icon in America.
Okay, first, before I continue on, do you guys hear an echo? Press 3 if you guys hear an echo. Let me know. All right, let me know if you hear an echo. I'm not sure because I can't hear the playback. What did you do? You look different. You look so pretty. Thank you so much. I did a little of this and I did a little of that. All right. But you know what? I really don't want this show to be about me and my looks. I really want to focus on, the topic and Malcolm at hand. And I would love for you guys to come up and join me to have this discussion. And also, tomorrow in the future, I'm going to be diving into different other topics. So feel free to put in the comment section, like, give me ideas that you guys want me to start talking about. I have my eye on true crime, of course. I've done true crime here for a little bit, and I think that you guys really enjoy it. All right. So, yeah. So people are saying this. Let me look. It says Clyde Davis set him up to be killed, right? He was being followed. He was writing a book. He knew too much. Possibly, but don't you think that it's more of the elite than just Clyde Davis? I mean, I hear Clyde Davis a lot, but I believe it's way more people in the higher ups than just Clyde Davis. It has to be. Okay. So I don't know the relationship with Clyde Davis and Theo. I never even knew they had a relationship, so possibly, do you guys think that Clyde Davis has something to do with Theo? Press one, yes. Press two, no. I never even knew they knew each other. But I came across this video and it was shocking that they're saying they have archives in like the secret hash. And I wonder, what is the archives? Are these archives, are these video footages, are there audio tapes that pretty much, how certain people, they do diaries with audio and they make confessions with audio? Is this what it was? I don't know. We have to, I guess, keep looking to find out. All right, we have somebody up here. How you doing?
Hi.
Okay, so happy birthday to Malcolm. I want to know, what are your thoughts about everything that's going on? Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I grew up seeing him on Cosby when I was very young, growing up, and I still see him on Cosby to this day, and I loved everything he does. I just still shocked of
Mhm.
what happened because I'm not believing that story of him drowning either.
I don't believe it either. I don't believe it either.
Yeah, I feel like something has happened, but hopefully, I'm hoping they get to the bottom of it.
But do they ever get to the bottom of it? Did they ever get to the bottom of Whitney Houston? Did they ever get
No, they haven't. They haven't even touched bases on none of that.
and it's a reason for that, don't you think? Don't
Yeah, I believe so.
Come on now. Yes.
Yeah, it's sad.
It is sad, but you know what?
Yeah.
These are the signs of the times. These are the
Yes, we are.
signs are
Yeah.
here. So we can't be sheep and act like
Mm-mm.
we don't know and we don't see, because it's all around us. Open our eyes.
Right.
A lot of people, they fail to realize what exactly is going on. They don't want to think. They just want whatever the
Yeah.
headlines give them. They just want to take it all in and just accept it and move on about their day. That's it.
Well, the headlines cannot be. They don't always be truthful.
Most
Right.
of them don't. You know why? Because it's ran by who? The machine. The machine.
Right. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you also hear they said that the guy that he went swimming with, allegedly, that was the wife friend. That wasn't Malcolm's friend. And also I heard that when they went out there swimming, he hit him in the head with the surfboard.
I heard about that.
Yeah. Now, what
Yeah.
do you that? Do you think it's a possibility he hit him in the head with a surfboard? Now, was it intentional? Was he part of the program or was it not? Was it a mistake? And the wife had said, okay, well, let's
I
just,
feel like if it was a mistake, why is he hiding?
because who wants to be responsible when they make mistakes like that?
Right.
I think it was
Right.
an
Well.
But I
That's why I feel, he's hiding for some reason, and
of course,
I'm not
because
sure why.
he knows he was wrong, and he
Yeah,
it. I mean, just like an assassin, do the assassins ever come out and say, "Hey, I killed X, Y, and Z"? No, it's an
no,
assignment. They get their job and then they're out.
yeah,
It's an assignment.
yep, it is. It's
Mm,
just sad and heartbreaking.
yeah,
But
especially he's supposed to be 55 today.
yeah, he's my age.
Hmm. That is still young. You know,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
has
yeah. He's
to do to raise his kids, chase his dreams. And what were your thoughts? Knowing that Malcolm is young, 55 is young, you guys, that's not old. His mom said he completed his mission on earth.
well, he had just begun. He hadn't finished anything as far as I know.
Right, but don't you find that very odd for a mother to say his job was done, he died peacefully? How could you die
Yeah,
peacefully and you drown? That doesn't make
right.
sense to me. But it seems
Mm-mm.
like she wanted to push a narrative to hush everybody else up to say, "Hey, I have accepted my son passing away. You guys
Yeah,
should like this is no big deal. He drowned
right.
accidentally, you know."
But
So,
no, I didn't feel like that was the right thing to say to quit.
yeah, I
But
think he was handed a script.
yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so.
Did you know that she's been working with Hollywood for so long? Like, she got Malcolm in when he was a child. Like, she was the manager.
Yeah, I knew she was his manager and all that. That's how
Yeah,
he got his start on the Cosby Show. Yeah,
right. But I think a lot of times these managers and people behind the scenes, they are more involved in Hollywood than the people in front of the cameras.
yeah, they are. Yeah,
Mhm. And a lot of these parents that push their kids to be superstars, they have sold their kids out. Look at Usher. Usher mom, what happened with Usher and Diddy and Justin Bieber mom, what happened to Justin and Bieber?
yeah,
The moms are still quiet and probably taking a big check,
yeah,
relaxing. And let's not forget about the moms that put their daughters to R. Kelly. So it's not far gone that a lot of these parents will sell their kids out for fame and to get closer to Hollywood. I know a lot of you
yeah.
guys want to believe it, you don't want to think about it, but it is a possibility. We have seen it happen time and time again.
Yeah, it's just sad what's
Mm.
going on now. They they're canceling everything in Hollywood and all that now and stuff too. Yeah,
What are they
no,
canceling? What are they canceling though? Because I don't see any cancel.
they the Grammys. No, not the Grammys. What was it? The Soul Train Awards and something else.
Oh, honey, trust me. The reason why they canceled the Soul Trains Awards because it doesn't have the power and the influence that it once has. Trust me,
Yeah.
they are coming back bigger and better. Trust me. When I tell you the dark side, one thing about them, they never rest. They never rest. So yeah, they may cancel it, but look around because they're coming back
Yeah.
a different form. But I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate
Hmm.
you for coming up here. All right. So that's how you do it, you guys. Come up here, talk to your girl. Let's talk. All right. So Mr. One Two wants to know about Malcolm Jamal funeral. Listen. I was flabbergasted. I was so shocked to find out that Malcolm Jamal funeral already happened. You know, a celebrity, a legend. This man is a legend. Don't you think he deserves to be celebrated? But guess what? The wife didn't want to celebrate him. The mother didn't want to celebrate him. Isn't that odd? Malcolm gave his whole time and energy to his people. He wanted to uplift his people. He wanted to talk to his people. He wanted to get to know his community. That's why he was doing podcasts. And to have him to go without any celebration, I mean, that is just a slap in the face. Yeah, they had a secret funeral, no friends invited, nobody there, you know, just in LA, I'm hearing. And that's just what it was. It been happened, so you didn't miss anything. They just never had it. Yep. So that's just what it is. Mary says, whatever happened to him, God knows everything. Yes. And the person will be exposed and caught. His mother hasn't done an interview after his passing. This is very strange. You know it, Mary. You know it. You know it's very strange. You know it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Any mother will want to speak out about the injustice, what happened to her son, and she knows her son will want her to speak out on his behalf because he wanted a connection to his community. He wanted to talk and uplift his people. You know, we see people die all the time, and we see these parents are speaking out. They are speaking out. They are fighting for their kids to get justice. But when it comes to Pamela and when it comes to his wife, it is silence. It's very eerie. It's very eerie. But these are Hollywood individuals. These are Hollywood. You know, his wife was a child star. She's been in Hollywood. She's been involved in Hollywood for a long time. And so his mom been in Hollywood as well. That's how he got with Bill Cosby. So it's just a crazy how it's out here in these streets. It says, this looks familiar, like calculated takedown from the powers to be. You know it is. You know it is. I mean, it's the same pattern with Angie Stone. It's the same pattern with Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Prince. I mean, we can go on and on. It's the same pattern. It never ends. BET Soul Trained are being concealed. I mean, what do they push? Look at the stuff they produce out here, BET and Soul Train. Have you guys seen the BET? It's not even a red carpet anymore. You think red carpet, that's when you're classy, you want to show Black excellence. Black people at their finest. When I tell you these BET red carpet look like a bust down, I mean, it's just a Luke Skywalker red carpet bust down Tatiana event. I mean, it looks trashy. The individuals, they are trashy. What they reward is trashy. It's like it's a celebration for the dark side, honestly. And this is what they have their kid. This is Are you see how they did me? Did you guys see what they just did to me? Press 5 if you guys are there. Press 5. Okay. Press 5. Are you guys there? Did you guys see what they did to me? Like, honestly, I was just talking and all of a sudden they just cut it off. That's spooky. Nobody on social media is getting their stuff cut off because of what I'm talking about. They're definitely going to come. I need you guys to pray for me. It's getting spooky out. Okay. It's getting spooky out. So definitely this week, I am going to broaden our topics. I'm going to talk about true crime. Do you guys want me to talk more about true crime on this platform? Press one if you want me to. Now, I do have another platform that I just do true crime on that platform. And guess what? I got another platform. You know me, I have plenty of platforms, but I'm not consistent. But you know what? This year, this month, I'm going to be consistent. Yeah. I even got a news and politics channel too that I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get it together. I am. Okay. All right. So I'm glad that you guys can hear me. Thank you, Esther. Esther says she's praying for me always. I need that girl. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes. So any other questions you guys have for me about this case? I'm going to put the fan on because I'm getting hot. They don't want us discussing the facts. No. They want us to say sheep. They want us to stay talking about sexy red and her behind, talking about shaking wigs and shaking butts and throwing butts out the window. They want us to talk about all this distraction. All they do on TikTok is what? Argue with each other about nonsense. They spend hours literally arguing about nonsense, while the government is taking away your rights, while we're going into wars. I mean, kids are getting taken out, pow, pow, at their schools. Mom are getting taken out. It's a lot of things going on, and there's so many distractions, and nobody is talking about this, honestly. It's just like another dead body, another black man, accidental, gone. It's so many accidents that are not accidents, but the people that are doing the taking out, they're going to plan it as an accident. Duh. Okay. The writing's on the wall. All right. Hey, Gigi. Before I got here, I heard you say stuff that is strange. What did you hear me say that was strange? Are you talking about the numbers? What are you referring to, sweetheart? All right. I was talking about the zodiac sign. I was reading some numbers here and wanted to know what it means. Like I go back into it if you want me to. Okay. They said that Malcolm was a Leo. That means he was born August the 18th. They said Leos rule the sun, the light, and creativity. They say elites hate that. They hate that Leo energy because Leos, they're very powerful and they connect to people. And see, Malcolm with that Leo energy and connecting with people and influencing people and awaken people, they don't want you to be awake. They want you to be asleep. They want to keep on forcing black men and these stereotypical buffoonery roles. They don't want you to think. They want you to push entertainment that's going to dumb you down and just a bunch of mess. That's what they want for you. That's what they want. And Malcolm, he wasn't about that. Mm-mm. I didn't know why I'm not getting notified. Javon, they hating on me, girl. Hey, Javon, I love you, girl. They hating on me. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. That's my girl. That's my girl. Javon, I was just talking to the party crashers and I was saying what topics you guys want me to talk about later this week. And also, you guys know I'm always uploading. I need you guys to show your girl a little bit more respect and more love. You guys know I'm trying to be a little bit more polished. I'm trying to be a little bit more professional than I've ever been, you know? So yeah, you guys know I'm always changing it up. I'm always doing something different. That's just a part of who I am, and I thank you guys for accepting that and loving me for that. And for you all that cannot accept my change, you cannot accept me changing up, you know, life is a journey. And everybody's not going to go with me on my journey. So as long as my mother is proud, my father is proud, my family is proud, they love the new changes that I'm doing. But honestly, if my mother and father did not approve, do you really think that's going to stop me? It's not. Yeah. I'm going to have to do what's in my heart. Yeah. That's the type of person I've always been, I want to do what's best for me, and I'm going to try it out. And I'm okay. It's okay for me to fail. If I fail, guess what? I get back up and I try again. I'm not afraid to fail. I feel failure is part of the process. It's a great learning experience. So let's do it. Let's go. Thank you, Miss Nikki. I appreciate it. Looking in the comment section. All things will be revealed. Ask the Holy Spirit in prayer. Yes, Nicole. It says, whatever the topics are, you keep it real. That's what's most important. That you're being you, and we keep moving on. Yep. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So I will play more of this video about the Malcolm in the storage, because I know some of you guys want to know what is going on with this Malcolm in the storage. Honestly, I don't know if it even is a secret storage. But that's what the news is reporting, or that's what this blog post is reporting. So I'm curious to see where they're going to take it. It says, Ben, just don't break. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me continue to play. I'm looking for. I'm looking for the video. It's on my desktop. I just can't find it. I have so many windows open. It's crazy. And if you guys want to have more like one-on-one talks with me, we can do that too. You know, would you guys like that? All right, here we go.
We need to return to the late summer of 1970 when everything began. Malcolm-Jamal Warner was born on August 18, 1970 in Jersey City, New Jersey, during a period when the United States was undergoing major social and cultural upheavals. His name was a meaningful combination. Malcolm after Malcolm X, the famous civil.
I'm going to ask you guys again, and thank you so much for the love, but I want to know, is it an echo? Please let me know by typing I hear an echo or you don't hear echo, because sometimes I'll be like press 1 or press 2, but sometimes I tell you press 1 or press 2, but then I forget what I told you, what 1 was and what 2 was. I don't know why I do that, but yeah, put it in the comments, type it out for me, please.
Rights activist and Jamal inspired by Ahmad Jamal, the legendary jazz pianist. From the moment he was born, his mother Pamela Warner placed her hopes in him to be strong, yet sensitive, committed, yet artistic. Malcolm grew up in a modest household. His parents divorced early, and he lived with his mother, who was both his support system and his first manager.
Okay, I did not know that. Did you guys know that Malcolm parents divorced early? Press tell me. Say yeah, I knew that his parents divorced early. If you guys did not know, say no, I did not know. Divorce does stuff to so many kids. Is that why he was like determined to be in this relationship with this girl, Tanisha? But then I'm lost because they said they're not even married. Like, is she married to him or not? Can you guys confirm that? Is Malcolm married to Tanisha or they're not married? I, Everything around Malcolm and his mom and his business partners and his wife is all a blur. It's all a blur. But I'm thinking if he stayed with her, maybe it's, some guys or some people be like, my parents got divorced and I don't ever want to get a divorce and I'm going to make sure I stay in there no matter what, because it affects certain kids. My parents got divorced, but it didn't affect me. I mean, it possibly affected me. I just remember when I was young and my mother started dating, again, I just wanted my mom to be happy. I remember going to restaurants with my stepfather when my stepfather was courting my mother. And he asked permission. He was like, "Is it okay if I marry your mom or whatever?" And my mom asked me, she was like, "Is it okay if I marry such and such?" And I was like, I was so young. I'm like, I'm surprised. So if I tell you no, then you're not gonna do it. But it didn't matter. I just wanted my parents to be happy. I said, "Mom, if he makes you happy, then I'm happy." Like, I just wanted her to be happy. And she married him. My mother remarried. My father did not remarry. Um, but I do remember, do I miss living with my mom and my father? We all lived under one roof. I had my own room. Um, I guess, it was cool. I thought that was just normal. I lived in such a blur where I didn't think kids actually was just living with one parent. I just thought that I was so ignorant just based on my surroundings because I always had my mother and my father living with me. I just thought that everybody had that. And then when she got divorced, I don't know. Honestly, I was like, I get more time with my mama. I don't got to share her with my daddy, because I hate sharing my mother with my father. Because I don't know. I just when they're together, it's just like all about them, and I feel like the third wheel. But then she got remarried. She got with another man, and then I felt like a third wheel again. But yeah, I think every kid handles divorce differently. Some handle it harder than others. With me and my parents getting divorced, it was not a hard transition for me. It wasn't hard. I just wanted my mother to be happy. That's all. All right. So Esther said he was married before, but never remarried. Oh, so Malcolm was married before, but never remarried. Is that what you're saying? Comment, let me know. Okay, let's continue on.
Pamela noticed her son's passion for the arts when he was only 7 or 8 years old. Malcolm often stood in front of a mirror imitating characters from TV, memorizing every line. She enrolled him in acting classes, and later in the Professional Children's School in New York, a training ground for talented young performers. In 1979, at just 9 years old, Malcolm began landing small roles in TV commercials and children's theater. He quickly learned how to face the camera, control his gaze, and use his voice, skills that would later become the weapons that brought him his career-defining role. The turning point came in 1984. At the time, NBC was casting for a new family sitcom called The Cosby Show. Over 200 teenagers from across the country auditioned for the role of Theodore Theo Huxtable, the smart, kind-hearted, yet sometimes awkward eldest son. Malcolm, then only 13, beat them all. The role not only changed his life, but also became an iconic image of African American youth on U.S. television. In its very first season,
All right, so I want to pause for the cause. So this is a time we see the Cosby Show, and when I tell you, it shows like excellence. I would never think any of these people do anything wrong just because they played their character so well. It was so put together. It was so polished. And to think that Bill Cosby was doing that nefarious stuff, to think that Hollywood at this time, these actors were dealing with so much peer pressure behind the scenes with directors, producers, and all that. I have heard tell, I don't know how true it is. They said that Malcolm was S8 when he was a child star. Have anyone else heard that? And they said that he was going to expose that story on his podcast later this year. Press one if you have heard that too. Press two if you have not heard that. I've heard that, and I believe I heard it from Tough News. Yeah, I heard it from Tough News. I did. And man, if he was going to expose that, I'm sure they had to get him out of here. They had to get, I don't know who it was. And I want to know, do he have it on recording? Do he have it written down somewhere? You know, was he about to write a book? Is that in the vault? The secret vault they keep talking about. They keep talking about is the secret vault that Malcolm had hidden that they just found. What was in that vault? Did he had audio files about what happened to him when he was a child? Did he have, was it written down? What was it? And don't forget, it was this girl, her name was Bella. She said that Malcolm had a notebook. She said he had a notebook of diary, and she said he listed a lot of names in Hollywood, and one of the names on there was QT. She said it was three men that all had on these mob type hats, and they were playing baseball cards. They were trading just like they used to do back in slavery days with the guys. And she said Malcolm was in the cards that they wanted to trade, and they wanted Malcolm to be the mule for Hollywood, to be the mouthpiece, because he has a good reputation. He's real good with people, and they wanted to control him and wanted him to be one of their soldiers. Bella said Malcolm wouldn't do it. He would not do it. And that's when they said, okay, red flag on a play. He don't want to play ball. He don't want to play ball. So what is he doing? Because if you're not with us, then you must be against us. That is the mindset of the machine. That is the mindset of the elite. If you cannot be controlled, if you don't want the money that we offer you, you don't want the fame, then what is it that you want? What is it that you want? So, that had their antennas up. And then when they heard that he was supposed to be this truth teller and he was going to expose the truth and expose some of the stories that he knew back in Hollywood time. And mind you, this man is associated with Bill Cosby. The same people that targeted Bill Cosby was looking at Malcolm as a threat too, because he had a lot of Bill Cosby in him. They said Bill Cosby saw him as his own son. Bill Cosby like groomed and raised him as his own, so he was a well polished guy, and that's part of the reasons why he didn't have any scandals out here. You didn't see him with a whole bunch of baby mamas. You didn't see him in no gay scandals. You didn't see him drinking or getting arrested. He was careful. And that's why a lot of people don't believe that he was so reckless. Oh my God, in Costa Rica, he's so reckless. He's just going to go out into the water and never come back. He's just going to go out into the water. He knows it's dangerous. He's going to leave his 8-year-old daughter on the shore and just go out there. Come on now, stop it. But that ocean, that water, that it's a perfect excuse to take someone out of here. Hell, if I wanted to take one of y'all out of here, I know how I do it. I invite you to damn Costa Rica. I know you ain't gonna pass up a trip, girl. Okay, honey, I take y'all ass to Costa Rica, and when we get at this Costa Rica, honey, we're gonna have some good breakfast. I'm gonna put something in your drink, or have one of the waiters pay them. In these countries, they will take as much money to do some crazy stuff. They don't got much money over there. They will put something in your ass drink, and then I'll get you a little woozy. But you still walking and you talking, because it takes time for shit to hit. You know what I'm saying? And it could be something simple as a Vicodin. You know what I'm saying? Something that get you a little drowsy, but not too much. If anything, the toxicology report reads, it's not gonna come up here. And nowadays, I mean, they are so advanced that they have stuff they can put in your system and it cannot be traced. I mean, they are advanced with this shit. They got AI with these type of drugs, okay? And then who's running the toxicology report? Is it America running it, or was it Costa Rica? If it's Costa Rica running it, honey, it's like having my 5-year-old look at it. Okay? You know, over in these third world countries in Mexico, and of course, they don't do a good job. Look what they did to Shanquella. Okay, Mexico, they did some reports. Their reports was wrong. They had to bring her over here to get the real deal. Okay, and then these Costa Ricas, you don't think the machine is offering them big money to be quiet or to spend it however they wanted to spend, and they're going to do just that? We're talking about people here, people that don't have high integrity, people that are selfish, people that just want money, people that are hungry. You know, yeah, they're going to do it. They're going to lie. They're going to twist it. They're not going to think much of it. Hell, so it happens all the time right in front of our faces, you know but a lot of people that have discernment and are spiritual awake, they know the deal. They know what's up. They know what's up. But it's easy. I can just bring your ass to shore, and we in the water, we surfing and everything. And you probably like, nah, you're not coming. I'm like, come on, bring your ass on. And if I probably what bat you upside the head with the surfboard, just a little tap, and that get your ass out, and then let the rips just rip. They said once that rip get you, it's gonna grit you and grab you on. And I know that the currents is high. That's why I got your ass in the water. That is why I'm coercing you to get in the water in the first place. I know it's dangerous out there. Okay, Malcolm, that was not Malcolm' idea to go out in the waters, y'all, in that morning. Okay, that was that Tanisha friend, his wife friend, getting him going up in there. That's what he wanted. They got exactly what they wanted. Okay. Now, I don't know if they had planned on him going to the hospital, but matter of fact, how do I know he was really in the hospital? I haven't seen no video footages. I haven't seen no doctor's note. I haven't seen no articles, his name. He's a ghost for all I know. I don't know that man that allegedly his friend, and it wasn't his friend, it was Tanisha friend. Shit, they be making up a whole bunch of shit like they in a Hollywood script. Hollywood people, they are good at lying. They do it for a living, girl. That's all they do is lie, make up shit, make up scripts. Okay? Mm-mm. So what else y'all saying in here? Yes, Stephanie, plain in sight. And let's get these likes up, y'all. Can we please get these likes up? They never take the death of Americans seriously. They don't. And Esther, let's not forget they don't like Americans. They feel that you guys are spoiled, that you guys get what you want. They don't like you. They just want your money. That's all. But they can't stand your ass. Hell, I'm over here struggling, and y'all over here living good. And then your president, people look at America like the president have done a lot of evil stuff. Like, you guys are elitists. They see all of you guys are elitists. You guys voted for that man. He's out here doing this and doing that and taking people rights and separating family and doing this and doing, who, if they can't get to your president, who else they gonna take it out on? You. But of course they're gonna be nice and smile in your face because it's business, sweetheart. They want your money, but that's all it is. They don't like you. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. It's sad out here in these streets. What you say? It says no one has seen anything except the family, or whatever reason. That's how they want it to be. I agree with Esther. That's not right. Is that sweet spot? Looks spooky. What's so spooky, baby? Okay. But honestly, I know some people may have an issue with my change, and their issue with my change, that's not my issue. I don't want to go back and forth with you or anyone. I would just say I'm going to pray about it and I'm going to move on because, I have so many families, so many friends, and so many real supporters that love me regardless. And no, we are here to have some good topics. We're not about to change the narrative what you want it to be. Okay. Yeah. My choice is my body. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. They said they need to stop telling people what they're gonna do and expose, just do it. Um, Give them advance notice to stop them. They don't really know the peace around them. Mm. Okay, so that's interesting. So, do you feel that Malcolm, and a lot of people felt that with Angie Stone? They said Angie Stone should have never went out and told the elite, the machine, that she was going to expose them. She should have just did it. And I get that. I get that. I get that. That's a hard one. I'm thinking if I was in that situation and I wanted to expose the higher ups, why would I tell you guys I'm about to expose them? Could it be possibly I'm not ready to expose them, but I'm preparing to, and I want you guys to just be aware. And I think sometimes people do it because it's the last call. Some people don't want to expose them. I don't think Malcolm want to expose. I don't think Angie Stone wanted to expose, but she felt like she was back in a corner. She didn't have anything else to do or go for, and she felt they were still coming after her. So a lot of times when someone is going to take you out of here and you don't want to do it, sometimes you will tell people, I'm going to do it, because you feel like, okay, back up, back up. You know who does it really well. Hey Mel, how you doing, sweetheart? I'm glad that you're here. How you doing, Mel? Shout out to Mel, New York City, baby. Hey. Okay. Christian Keys. Yeah, Christian Keys. Now that is a man. He came out and he told TP that he was going to expose him. He said, I have the audio files. He said that it's more people that's going to come out against you. But he never finished it. He said he was going to go to the police department the next morning, but he never went, because I feel that he just said it so TP can make a deal. And I believe that TP made a deal behind the scenes, and that's why he's silenced. No way. A straight black man is going to come out here and to say all this embarrassing, humiliating stuff and then just take it away, just act like it don't exist. Something had to transpire. And I feel that Angie Stone wanted that to happen. And with Malcolm's situation, I don't know if he wanted anything from them. Um, I'm just thinking he just wanted to expose that truth. But I don't know behind closed doors, because Malcolm, he's very quiet when it comes to his business. I don't know if he wanted something or if he's trying to leverage and say, hey, I have this information. This will come out if you guys don't give me X, Y, and Z. I don't know. I know Angie, she just wanted her rights. She just wanted her money that they stole from her. You know, a lot of celebrities, Whitney Houston, Prince, they wanted what was due. Now, did they steal from Malcolm? I don't know if they stole from Malcolm, I have yet to hear that they stole from Malcolm. Would I be surprised? No. But if Malcolm got S8, then yeah, that's stealing from Malcolm. That's stealing from Malcolm. Malcolm said that they tried to steal his dignity, trying to get him to do all these buffoonery things, So it's crazy out here. Okay, New York City in the house. Yes. So make sure you guys like, share, share, share. All right. And do you guys want me to come live more often? You know? Yeah, so yeah, you'll be seeing this beautiful face more often, sweetheart. Okay. Uh-huh. Um All right. Esther says, Christian definitely took the hush money. Yeah, I believe so. I definitely believe so. They stolen the royalties per Angie song. Yes, they did, and been stealing it for years. Years right under her nose. Right under her nose. And even had her people that was in her orbit. I told y'all about those sleeper cells. I told y'all about those plants. Come on now. Angie Stone told you herself. The people that was in her camp did what? They betrayed her in the worst way, stealing money from her, working with the enemy, and keeping her blind. That's what they do to him. And I'm sure the wife is not the only sleeper cell in Malcolm's orbit. It's always going to be the ones closer to you they're going to turn, because that's where the power resides. What sense is it going to make to get someone that has no access to you, that cannot monitor you? They're going to get somebody that can monitor you, you know? And then with the sacrifices, a lot of these celebrities, they sacrifice their family, their friends to get higher because they need that blood, and they need that blood to mean something. I'm sure y'all heard of all these celebrities, their family dying and stuff like that, because they need that sacrifice blood to get higher in the dark realm. You know, it's a price. It's a price for celebrity. It's a price for fame, they say. You know? So it's crazy out here. Let's get these likes up, you guys. It's so crazy when it comes to this crime. Do you know I changed my YouTube channel, the one I do crime, and I called it the End Times, the Street Edition. The End Times, the Street Edition. Don't that sound like a horror movie? The End Times Street Edition. That sounds like a horror movie. And you know why? Because every time I go on social media, it is scary out here. It is a horror movie. And you know what's so crazy? So many of us are so numb. You don't even feel it. This is not normal. The way people are dying, the things that people are getting set up, the pattern, it's not normal. And you guys are so numb. You don't even feel anything anymore. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy out here. All right, so I'll play a little bit more.
Cosby Show became a phenomenon topping the Nielsen ratings for years. Malcolm-Jamal Warner was quickly nicknamed America's eldest son. In 1986, at just 16 years old, he earned an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series, a rare honor for a teenage actor. Early success also meant heavy pressure. Malcolm still had to finish his high school education while filming 39 weeks a year. The packed schedule didn't stop him from nurturing his love of music. He learned to play the bass and was drawn to jazz, funk, and R&B. Friends recall that whenever he wasn't on set, Malcolm would visit New York jazz clubs to quietly learn from veteran musicians. His teenage years were a blend of ordinary life in New Jersey and the bright lights of Hollywood. His mother always reminded him, "Don't let the spotlight blind you. Remember who you are and where you come from." This upbringing helped Malcolm avoid the pitfalls that caused many child stars of his era to stumble. In the newly opened archive, people found many keepsakes tied to those early years. A photo of young Malcolm holding a bass guitar almost as big as himself. A ticket stub from an Malcolm-Jamal concert in 1982, his mother took him to. And a note Pamela hurriedly wrote before that life-changing audition in 1984. "No matter the outcome, you've already made me proud." From a boy born in Jersey City in 1970, Malcolm-Jamal Warner stepped into the
Now, who is that white boy? See, this shit, I'm sorry to cuss, that makes me mad. Who is this white boy? Did y'all see that white boy? Did y'all see the white boy? Who is it? Who is this white boy? Okay. Girl, who is the white boy? I'm not the R word, but I know damn sure that ain't Malcolm, okay? I know that ain't Malcolm. I know a white baby when I see one, okay? Man, they better get it together, okay? Got him crying too.
Malcolm-Jamal Warner stepped into the Huxtable family's living room and became part of millions of childhoods. Those early years were not only the foundation for his 4-decade career, but also explain why, when the archive was finally opened, his past stirred such deep emotions around the world. The career journey of a multi-talented artist. From the turning point in 1984, Malcolm-Jamal Warner entered a stage of his career that few teenage actors could ever experience. Loved by millions while standing at the center of one of the most successful sitcoms in U.S. television history. The Cosby Show aired continuously from September 20th, 1984 to April 30th, 1992, spanning 8 seasons with 197 episodes almost always topping the Nielsen ratings. Warner, who began as a 13-year-old boy, grew up before the public's eyes. From the colorful sweaters of the early seasons to the college student in the final episodes. For Warner, spending 8 years with a single character was a double-edged sword. On one hand, the role of Theo Huxtable brought him fame, steady income, and an Emmy nomination in 1986.
Uh-oh, hold up. What you say, Domino? Hold on, what? We are tired of the Malcolm stories. Rest in peace. But can you start talking about something else after this live? Yes, I'm going to talk about certain else. And can I say something? I uploaded a video, a true crime video on this channel. I didn't see you there. I didn't see you commenting. And what else? Yeah, this whole week I have uploaded different content, but I haven't seen you support. So can you support? Because every day I make it my business to come up here and to inform you or to bring you some type of source of news to this channel, and I've yet to see you there, baby. Okay. So before you want to call out, and this is his birthday. His birthday was August. Uh oh. Uh oh. Can I do something, y'all? Hold on. Wait. Give me 1 second, you guys. I see something. Okay, give me 1 second, please. Give me 1 second. Uh-oh. Give me 1 second. Mm, mm. Woo. All right. Can you guys, am I back? Am I back? Am I back like that? Yeah, I need the support, you guys. You guys know I'm trying to do so much stuff on social media, and I'm not too proud to beg. I need your support. So if you have any ideas that you want me to do certain topics, then let me know because I will. I have like 5 different channels. One channel I do crime, you know another channel I'm going to focus on like politics and news and a little bit of crime. On this channel I focus like on celebrity deaths and crime. I do sometimes like Cardi B and pop culture, but I just feel like the audience really don't care for that type of commentary over here, and sometimes I feel like I'm forcing it on you guys. So I have a new YouTube channel that I'm going to push like Cardi B news and the Christian Rock news, and it might have a little different face, and it's going to be a different vibe over there too. So yeah, I'm trying to do everything across the board. So I'm excited for my new adventure. I'm always having an adventure. I promise you that. So yeah. Okay. Okay. So they said, I was there, but I didn't have anything to comment. I'm a fan, Gigi. Don't go too hard on me. It's all love. Okay. Because I'm sensitive. All right. So I appreciate you and I thank you for your support. But I get sensitive and I just need you to show up. I don't mind, doing different topics. The reason why I did this topic is because of his birth date was today. And I know I have a lot of audience that want to have a conversation about him. So, you know, yeah. But tomorrow when I go live, I will make sure I give you a different topic, sweetheart, and you better show up. Okay? You better show up. Uh-huh. Mm. All right. Other people said, I'm not tired of Malcolm's stories. We need to get to the bottom of what's going on. Yeah. And how we do it is by having conversation, is by talking about it. You know, when we all bring our brains together and you hear different things and I hear different things and we're trying to piece stuff together and we notice stuff don't add up, like the mama saying what she said. How would you feel if your mama said your job is complete? My job ain't complete. My job ain't never complete. You better not say that. What's going on here? All right, what's going on here? But thank you for expressing your thoughts, and I will take it into consideration. Do what you want. Thank you, Jess. Just anticipated said, it's my platform. Do what I want. I'm trying to tell him. I'm trying to tell him. Don't I always sometimes I do struggle, but eventually I always gonna do what I want to do. But sometimes I'm like, I don't know, I don't know. You know, just like now, I see some people in the comment section. A few people have some negative stuff to say about me and my change. And you know what I do now? I just block. I block and I pray about it. And I say, block that ass, block that ass. Why do I block? Because I don't have time. And it's not that I don't have time. I don't want to explain myself. I'm grown. You're grown. I'm grown. I'm not a child. You know, I'm not a child. So I'm not going to explain myself. I'm just going to block and keep moving. And another reason why I blocked, because I hear that if you get people that talk negative on your videos, it can be a distraction to the article or whatever you're talking about. If I'm talking about peace and this person is talking about some other stuff that's distracting, then that's not doing good for my video. And I don't want YouTube to start sending my video to people that have that negative comment. So I think it teaches YouTube and the algorithm is like, hey, I blocked that person, I erased that person. Don't send my video to people that's like-minded, you know? I don't know. You know, this algorithm is always changing. Sometimes it does me good. Sometimes it has me in a chokehold. And right now it has me in a chokehold. But you know, I'm not, I'm gonna keep on pushing on. I still got my foot on the gas. Okay. And as you guys see, I've been creating. I've been working hard. I've been creating. My mind has been going and going. Okay. Like a real, my mind stay going, baby. Okay. Ah. Man, they said, get rid of them gloves. I got rid of them gloves. Now it's another issue, right? Do y'all remember when they used to complain about the gloves? Do y'all remember that? Get rid of them gloves. Why you got them gloves on? I got the gloves off. Not now it's a different problem, right? You can never satisfy people. I know that. And I'm just glad that you guys are here with me on this journey. Okay. It's always something. No more gloves. No more gloves, y'all. Okay. Now I will bring gloves back if I choose to. But you know, don't feed into the energy. I love you. I love you too, baby. I love you too. I do remember. Right. Yes, yes, yes. My goodness. I love you guys. You guys are the best. It's so good to have people with me that relate with me or may not relate with me, but just like, listen, I don't understand your ass, but I know you have a good heart. I know you mean well. So I'm going to roll with you anyway. Because you guys know me. I don't mean any harm, you know? I don't have a harmful bone in my body. Okay. All right. So I'll continue to play here a little bit more. What'd I do?
The other, he was keenly aware that without careful planning, he could be boxed in forever as the Huxtable family's eldest son. That's why even during The Cosby Show, Warner explored other opportunities. He directed several episodes, hosted teen-oriented specials, and sought projects outside the sitcom format. When The Cosby Show ended in 1992, Warner didn't choose to rest or bask in the glory. Instead, he immediately began shaping a new image. In 1996, he returned to television with the UPN sitcom Malcolm and Eddie, co-starring with Eddie Griffin, running for 4 seasons 1996-2000. The show proved Warner's natural comedic talent and strong on-screen chemistry with his co-star. During this period, he also directed many episodes showing skill in comedic timing and everyday storytelling. But Warner didn't limit himself to comedy. The 2000s marked a shift toward more...
Oh, Esther. Esther said, I love when you dress up like it's a tea party. It's okay to be different. Esther, now you know I love the wigs. You know, Esther, I love the clothes. Esther, do you want me to start back? You know, I can start back tomorrow if you want me to, girl. Okay. And don't let me whip out that. Don't let me whip out the fan, Esther. Okay. Esther, listen. I thought y'all wanted me to play it cool. I put on my black conservative little sweater, and I just have a t-shirt on, cuz I'm like, I don't want to give them too much, cuz sometimes I give you guys a lot of fashion. I got my twins out, my boobies out, and I'm feeling fabulous. But oftentimes when I'm doing like true crime stories, you know, it doesn't match what I'm telling. And it's like I have to be in a serious zone. So it's like maybe I shouldn't dress like that, like when I'm doing true crime, because it can be like a distraction. So it's like I feel like I should put two. I have two channels. Well, I got a lot. I got 6 channels active, right? 6 active channels. So I have 3 channels that I'm gonna do like more comedy, relax, where I can dress fabulous, I can have my boobs out, and I can just do whatever with colorful hair. But the messy sweet spot, the end times, and the breakdown, I'm gonna do more serious. So I'm gonna dress like you probably see me with one hairstyle, which is probably black, like this, and just gonna be very simple. And I'm just gonna be speaking passionately, and yeah, and I'm gonna be more polished, for those 3. But for the other 3, it's gonna be a whole different vibe. So on one channel, I used to call it like Gigi the Icon, and I was doing AI reaction videos, but I'm kind of like burnt out on that. And I know you know what it gives. Hell, we watching one right now. It has some good information in there, but also it has some, like the white baby. It just pops up because I feel like they do a script and then they just ask the machine to just post a lot of pictures and videos, and sometimes the machine messes up, like that AI machine, and it probably get babies that don't belong. It mixes it up, and I think they do so many videos that they really don't pay attention, and it's just a mistake, and they push it out there. um I'm sorry, I thought I heard something. I hear a dog. I hear a dog. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm turning that GG icon, the one I do reaction AI. I'm not gonna do those anymore over there. I'm gonna start doing politics, and I'm gonna do like news stories and stuff. It's like 2 videos I want to do tomorrow over there. Um, okay, but they're kind of wild. I really never do topics like this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. All right. It's like these 2 guys, and they're like cheerleaders on an NFL player, right? And people are talking about that. Now, I'm going to try my best to be neutral and just give the news, right? And then it's another guy, he's like in Detroit, and he just killed a transgender because he didn't know, she didn't tell him that she was, you know what? So those are the 2 I'm going to do over there. And I'm going to talk about like Trump stuff over there, like the new laws that they're going to be passing. Yeah, so I'm excited for the new move or whatever. All right, so let me stop. Okay, because when I say whatever, that's me getting too relaxed. Okay, so I want to get more polished. Because when I start saying, if you ever hear me be like, whatever, and this and that, and I'm talking like this, and when I start laughing a lot, I'm breaking character and I'm being more a relaxed version of myself. Okay. But on the serious note, and that's why I dress like this, you see me talking like this because I'm me trying to be more serious here, all right, so let's keep on going on because I have a part of me, I'm so silly, but silliness does not need to be everywhere, especially when I'm talking about true crime and stuff like that.
Dramatic roles from the series Jeremiah 2002-2004 and Read Between the Lines 2011 to Major Crimes 2015. Each role was a step away from the shadow of Theo Huxtable expanding the depth of his acting. Music, his passion since childhood, became a parallel career path. Warner played bass for his band Miles Long, released jazz and spoken word albums, and performed at numerous events. In 2015, he joined Robert Glasper and Lala Hathaway to win the Grammy Award for Best Traditional R&B Performance with Jesus Children. It was proof
Oh.
that he was not only an actor, but also a musician recognized by industry peers. Warner's television career continued to flourish in the 2010s and 2020s. Starting in 2018, he impressed audiences as Dr. A.J. Austin in Fox's medical drama The Resident. This talented, blunt, and sometimes prickly doctor was a far cry from Theo Huxtable, proving that.
All right. Well, I know it's getting kind of late, but you guys can check that video out if you want to see the whole thing. It's called They Finally Opened Malcolm-Jamal Warner's Secret Storage After 1 month. That's the video that is called. It is an AI video. Um, but I'm definitely, I'm just gonna be quiet, okay? Because I say one thing and I do another. I got it bad. But anything that you guys want to talk about, anything that you guys want to say, when I think about it, I'm sure that I hope Malcolm Jamal mom and then his daughter is and his wife, man, that has to feel something. This is the first year that you're not celebrating your loved one birthday because they're gone. That has to hit different. That has to hit different. So I pray for them. I pray for healing. I pray for peace. Um, and I pray for all you guys to have healing and peace because I know a lot of you guys are going through it as well. I know that he meant so much to you all. And yeah, it's unfortunate. And it's messed up. It's messed up. All right. Well, I'm gonna get on out of here. Anything else that you guys have to say, feel free to put in the comment section and I will reply. Hmm. I'm looking in the comment section right now just to let you guys know. I'm looking. All right. Well, I'm going to play some music. All right. Well, we out of here, you guys. All right. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, every day I'm here. Every day I'm uploading on this channel and all the other channels. You guys know this is my flagship channel. So on my flagship channel, I'm always going to have some attention going. I'm always going to do something. And on my other channels, I will get to them as soon as possible. But I love you guys. I thank you guys. It says, I really want to hear your opinion on the Rashida and Kirk situation. Okay, we can talk about that. Well, I talked about it on my other channels, but to make the long story short, um, it's horrible. If you guys did not know, Kurt and Rashida, they have kids. They have a girl. Her name is Kelsey. She is Kurt's biological daughter, but also that's Rashida's stepdaughter. I see her as Rashida's daughter. And she was in a relationship with this guy that was a rapper. He go by T Hood, Tevin Hood. I mean, with the name T Hood, that tells you all you need to know, right? They were a toxic relationship. They did drugs together, they fight together, they argue. I mean, fighting was typical in their relationship. That's just what they do. Just like a lot of you all do, or you got cousins or brothers and sisters, they just fight, they make up, they fight and they make up. Well, they fought, and Kelsey brother took it upon himself and he took out her boyfriend 7 times. All right. So a lot of people are saying, well, how could it be self defense 7 times? That's very excessive. That's overkill. T Hood family feels like Rashida and Kurt is using their $1 million to keep this under wrap to protect her son from facing, jail time. They want him to be in jail. They want somebody to be accountable. And it seems like they're not getting that as of right now. Seem like the millionaires are doing whatever they can to force this to be a self-defense case. So that's what's going on. My opinion, I would say this just because I feel like people need to hear it. I feel like nobody should be hitting each other. I feel like nobody should be cussing each other out. I feel like nobody should be doing drugs. I feel like a lot. But when it comes to the killing, I feel like that is overkill. And I think that he needs to be held accountable. But is he going to be held accountable? I doubt it. I mean, these are Hollywood kids. When you are a child of billionaires and Hollywood and celebrity, it's a different story. It hits different. And I don't think T Hood have family and friends that has power or influence. They don't have anything to stand on. So, people that don't have any money, people that don't even have any power, the world don't care about them. Like they get shitted on all the time. So I don't think it's gonna move too much. But I'm gonna get on out of here. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys different. I'll see you guys later. Bye.